Let's show you some of what St. Louis Fed President Jim Bullard told us earlier this hour.
The committee has been surprised to the upside over the last 6 months. If you look at the December 2020 SEPs, we were projecting 4% real GDP growth in 2021. Now we're saying 7% real GDP growth, faster than China has grown in recent years.
Joined now by a very special guest to talk markets, the Fed, and so much more. Maybe a little basketball as well. A rare and exclusive interview with Ares Management co-founder and executive chairman Tony Ressler. He oversees more than $220 billion in assets, and he is the owner of the NBA's Atlanta Hawks and head of a pivotal Game 6 this evening. We'll get to that in just a second, Tony. It's great to see you. I'd love to get your reaction to what we just heard from Jim Bullard, a much more hawkish tone about how early we could see the Fed move than I think had been anticipated. What do you think?
I don't know. I guess I didn't hear it the same way you guys did, which is what I heard is the U.S. economy is doing beautifully and our GDP growth is higher than expected. Unemployment is lower than expected. We know we have strong balance sheets, both in the consumer and the corporate. Consumer spending, of course, is incredibly strong coming out of a pandemic. So all of these positives, and what I thought I heard is, hey, the Fed is very focused on controlling inflation because of the really pretty incredible GDP growth and enormous government stimulus, of course. So that's their concern. And frankly, that should be their concern. So I heard a very good economy, better than expected, and a Fed that's trying to be very much aware and do what they're supposed to be doing, which is focusing on their greatest concern.
How concerned are you about inflation?
Whenever you have a combination of incredible GDP growth and really unprecedented government spending coming out of something that none of us have experienced, all of us should be concerned. And I would argue that inflation is the risk of a very, very strong economy. We've had very low interest rates and therefore very high asset values for a pretty significant period of time. So the question is, should we be concerned about inflation, and should the organization and in terms of the Fed have its highest priority in this area? That, to me, it makes me feel better that that's their primary focus, as is mine, frankly.
Given how much work you do in the real estate space, I'm curious what you thought of his comments, this is Jim Bullard's comments, about letting up on mortgage-backed securities.
Well, again, I think there's a recurring theme is let's focus our attention on places we need it. Why get involved in mortgage-backed securities, i.e. to support the real estate markets if they're doing just fine? If access to capital in real estate and real estate development is going well, if interest rates are reasonable, if people have access to capital to do what they have to do. Again, I do think the Fed, to their credit, is focused on areas that need their help as opposed to areas that may not.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.